Kohl's is announcing a new round of layoffs. The retailer plans to cut 10% of positions that report to its corporate offices in Wisconsin. Kohl's headquarters reportedly has 4,000 positions. The move comes weeks after Kohl's announced it was closing nearly 30 underperforming stores to improve the company's profitability. Whole Foods just got its first union. Workers at a store in Philadelphia's Center City neighborhood voted to join the union, the United Food and Commercial Workers. It was a close vote with 130 employees for and 100 against. The union still faces a potentially long road. Amazon, which owns Whole Foods, has a history of anti-union stances. It has refused to negotiate with the union workers who were voted in at a Staten Island warehouse. If you are a Costco shopper, check the Kirkland Signature smoked salmon in your fridge. The FDA has classified the listeria-tainted product as a Class 1 recall. Officials say people who are exposed to this fish are likely to suffer serious health problems. The FDA has said no related illnesses have been reported. Do you have enough savings to cover a $1,000 emergency? A recent survey suggests fewer than half of Americans do. Jen Sullivan has more on how you can bolster your savings.
When it comes to putting money away, it appears many Americans don't have enough savings.
I think the first thing that people need to do is just to simply make their personal finances a priority.
Bankrate recently surveyed more than 1,000 adults about spending. When asked if they could pay for a $1,000 emergency, only around 41% said they had enough savings to cover a bill like that. 25% said they would put that charge on a credit card, which means that $1,000 bill could be a lot more if you don't pay it off in time due to interest.
That really raises the risk that all of a sudden we have a larger pile of debt that we have to retire. And frankly, there will be another sudden or emergency expense down the road that will only make it more challenging for us to accomplish all of our financial goals.
The most worrisome finding, 27% of adults say they have no emergency savings at all. So how can you make sure you're putting enough money away? Hamrick suggests creating a budget.
We need to identify how much we're paying for things and to isolate some of the things that are either unnecessary or too costly that we can manage from our budget.
First, calculate how much you spend on necessities, housing costs, utilities, food, car payments, phone, internet, and cable costs. Then figure out what you can put into savings. Financial experts recommend having 3 to 6 months worth of expenses in a savings account. Hamrick suggests putting money into a high-yield savings account, which means you'll be making higher interest on that money. But make sure there aren't penalties or time constraints on withdrawals, so you're able to take that money out when you need it most.